favorite projects I have ever made is this Rave shirt. I've gotten a lot of wear out of it. There goes a pattern piece. I really like to wear it to concerts. I also made this skirt that goes with it that has, they're all tucked inside themselves. That has these little like compression shorts underneath, so you can dance and whatever and don't have to worry about your underwear showing. I also made this men's tank top with these kind of mesh panels to go with it, so my boyfriend and I could match if we were going to go to a rave or to a show that necessitates this style of clothing. I have gotten so much wear out of this shirt, and I really like the little heart cutout and the holographic panel. I don't normally make things to sell, but I thought that this would be a fun piece to maybe try and produce for Etsy or something like that. It's a fairly quick and easy project, but I thought I could show you the process as I like go through and try to make a real pattern for it. A couple of the things I need to change about this shirt is these mesh sleeves. I don't know if you can tell, but I just had a mesh top that I had like never worn. I didn't make these sleeves. These were from that top. So I'm going to have to take this pattern and make it so that these arm size fit normal sleeves a little bit better, and then make sleeves to fit it. I thought it would be fun if I wore this shirt so I could illustrate any changes I'm making to it. First of all, I kind of just like laid the shirt down and traced out half of it on this pattern piece, and a change I made is where these armholes sit. I made it come out about an inch right here, and the back I pretty much kept the same, but I just traced out the front and the back so I can cut these on the folds, and it's pretty much the shirt. The shirt is a little stretched because it's on me, but this holographic material, since it's printed with this foil, it's actually very compression. It would actually be really effective for like leggings or something that you sort of want to hold you in. I also want to make a change to this heart cutout. When I had originally made it, I didn't have anything here, but because this is like stretchy and compression, when you put it on, the stretch made the heart, instead of staying heart-shaped, it made it oval and very wide. It would be difficult to wear this in public and not face legal repercussions. So I put this little heart-shaped inset in there. But because of how I did it, it was very complicated, it was very time consuming, and also now it has this little flippy part that isn't exactly what I want, and now that I am a bit more experienced than I was a couple years ago, I can not have this here. So I'm gonna make a couple changes to how I do this heart inset, this like holographic inset, and I'm gonna make some changes to the armholes. I got the same fabric. This is still sold at Joann. This holographic inset was actually a remnant I had from something I had made years and years and years ago.
I had like not even a yard of it. I mean, I was like young when I used it. It was like to make a tutu for a skirt.
I used it, so I don't even know what that fabric was. So instead I got this. It's kind of crinkle holographic. It's still see-through. I don't know if it's more or less see-through. It has a texture to it, but I like that. The inside of this, it's fully lined, and it's lined with a really soft like legging material fabric. I just went to the athleisure department and got some black stretch jersey. And then for the sleeves, this is an athletic mesh. It's not exactly the same as this, but again, this is a shirt. I don't know. I don't want to keep buying fast fashion shirts, but I think it looks really similar. So that's my fabric. Let's get cutting. sew the mains together and the linings together, and then I'm going to attach them all together. I'm going to deal with the sleeves last because they're the part I have the most questions about. I'm using this presser foot. I think it's called an overcast foot, and it basically mimics serging. And so you can basically serge on your normal sewing machine, because I live in a 2-bedroom apartment and I do not have room for multiple machines. Hard, but I pinned the holographic material inside the lining and I pressed all the seams out, and now I have to stitch it in place. This is difficult because everything is stretchy except the holographic material, so everything wants to move around while you're sewing, but I'm gonna sew it carefully and hopefully it works out. This is the inside. Sewing this heart is difficult. You can kind of see I had to, focus. I had to burn the edges to make it not fray, and I did accidentally burn a hole in this, but this is a prototype, so whatever. Now I'm gonna baste around the neck and armholes just to keep the lining and the main from moving around. Obviously I'm wearing a different outfit than I was earlier in the video, and that's because it is a different day. You probably could complete this sewing project in a day, but not if you are using natural light to make a video. I think yesterday I spent about 3 hours on this, and so far I have been sewing for like 20 minutes, and I'm probably gonna have this completely done within the next couple hours. So maybe 5-6 hour sewing project. Okay, I've got my sleeves done, I've got this done. Now it's time to attach the sleeves. I'm going to continue using this overlock stitch, and I use black thread for this. I've been using white thread anywhere it shows because this holographic material is a little bit more white. I think I'm going to use white thread to do this. Yep, I'm going to change my thread again. Annoying, but necessary. It's a shirt. No one can say it's not a shirt. Actually, this is as done as the other one is. I never did anything with the with the collar. I just left it raw. I did hem the bottom, which I'm gonna do last. But because I want this to be a little bit more nice than the one I just made myself to go to a warehouse rave, to see Gorgon City, who were incredible. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. But anyway, if I was going to make this to sell rather than see Gorgon City, I want to encase this with some bias tape, which I'm going to make. Luckily, this is a 4-way stretch material, so I don't actually have to cut it on the bias because it's pretty equally stretchy all directions. If this wasn't a 4-way stretch material, I would actually want to cut it on the bias so it has like maximum stretch. But for this, maximum stretch is all the way around, so I can just cut a strip. There's the bias tape. I'm gonna fold it in half and then in half again. Okay, we're trying it on, we're trying it on. It looks good. I really like the sleeves. I should take that off my... I think I'm gonna leave the edges raw. I kind of like how they feel. It feels nice. It's actually a little bit less than the other one. Like, I can tell that the lining I used is a little bit less compression, and I like that. It's like, it's very comfortable. Feels great. It looks good. I like how the bias tape is sitting up here. Yeah. Then it's just gonna get a little hem, and then we're done.